Hi guys, welcome to Automate with Amit, and in this video we are going to look into what are the different windows available in Visual Studio and how do we dock them in order to use them properly and they don't scatter here and there, because I had seen multiple times what happens. Windows, whatever windows are there in Visual Studio, being it Test Explorer, Team Explorer, or Git changes, those kind of windows again and again pop up, and we do not able to handle them properly. So, which creates issues also. So, in this video, we will see how we can dock them properly and how we can manage those windows, and what are the basically what are the windows with which we work. So let's get it started. So first window is Test Explorer. So Test Explorer is a window which is helpful in looking at the test. Being an automation test engineer and working on automation test project, it is very useful to have Test Explorer window. So how to get that? You just need, so there are multiple ways to get it. So if you go in view menu over here, you will be seeing here Test Explorer is here. Okay, so right now because it's been docked, so that's why it is coming like that. But if it does not docked like that, then it'll appear like this. I mean, it'll pop up somewhere else, and even if you work, it won't go here and there, it won't go anywhere. See, so it basically creates hindrance while we work also. So it is very important to dock it or use it in such a way so that it don't create hindrance in our work. Okay, so this is the one of the window, and another is like, so how to dock this. Usually we keep Test Explorer at the left side of our Visual Studio. So how to put it back at left side? So you see, as soon as you click over here, click on the title bar of Test Explorer, and with your mouse, just uh, click and keep hold of it and drag it to, you are seeing this this structure where it says that different docking positions basically it shows. So we can dock it anywhere as per it shows, but usually what happens, usually we dock Test Explorer at the leftmost side of Visual Studio. So let's, so just hold title bar using mouse and pull it, and using this, you have to, you see, as soon as you will be dragging it to the docking position, it will be highlighting that area where it is going to be docked. See, as soon as I uh, navigated to this leftmost docking position, it is showing, highlighting the area where it is going to be docked. Likewise, if I take this at the bottom, so it is showing it is going to be docked at the bottom of the window. Likewise, right or above also. So usually, as I said, there are multiple positions, but usually what happens, we dock it at the left. So let's see, I mean, if it is docked elsewhere also. So what happens, sometimes it gets docked at the bottom or right side or upside. So over there, if it is docked, so see, I had left it at the bottom, so it is now docked at the bottom of the this Visual Studio. You see, and another thing is, you are seeing this pin. So pin is something like, you are seeing when we are hovering over it, over this, it is showing us as auto hide. So when you click on this, so it is now hidden automatically. You are seeing it is now docked at the bottom of this. So when you click here, so after you click that pin button, what is gonna happen? You are clicking on this test explorer, and if you let's suppose you start working somewhere else, start working, so it is going to dock itself automatically. So in that manner, you need not to worry about again hiding it or minimizing it. So like that, you don't need to worry about. So see, whatever task I have to do, I have to just click on this test explorer, and it'll be opening. It'll open, and we can see. Okay, so we are seeing our all our tests available, and we whatever we do want to know, we want to do basically, we can do that using test explorer window, and just click somewhere else. It is going to go. And now let's suppose it is now docked at some other places, like right now it is docked at bottom, but we want to pull it and dock at the left side. So just simply click on the um, title bar and drag it somewhere else. It will come out. And now since it has come out, you can simply go and drop at this leftmost dock item. So it will be docked over here. You see, now our window has splitted in between two, right? So half of the test explorer, half of the window it is showing test explorer, and half of the window is showing Selenium, this our Visual Studio window. So how we can manage that? I have just clicked on this. It is going to, so as soon as I click on here, it will be opening. We can do whatever we want, and just as soon as we click somewhere else on the Visual Studio, it is going to hide itself automatically. And if we want to keep it like we don't want to hide it, and we want to work side by side at the same time. Sometime what happens, we also want to keep it open, and we also want to work on Visual Studio. So in that way, we just click on this and click on pin button. So our window will be splitted between Test Explorer and our Visual Studio window. So in that way, it will be splitted. But if we click again pin, so it is going to go at the left side. More to this, you can just increase the size. Let's suppose, I mean, you have multiple columns over here, so you can just drag, increase the size of any of the window, or you can pull it any, I mean, whatever view you want, you can just pull here and there. Okay, so now it is not showing any test. So just go here and you can increase the size of the column, and you can use this also, like this also. Okay, so this is the way we can drag and drop any of the window. So this is the text explorer basically. What all are the other windows? So we have in the view, if you go, we have Solution Explorer. So Solution Explorer, where is it? Solution Explorer. Oh, okay, so here it is. Right now it is docked because it is again in my window it was docked, so that's why it is showing as docked. But sometimes, I mean, if it is appearing like this popped up of Visual Studio, then again you have to perform the same action. Usually Solution Explorer you will see in Visual Studio at the right side. So what we do, we just drag it using title bar of this Solution Explorer, and we will go and we will pull drop it at the rightmost dock position. So as soon as we will drop it, it is going to dock itself at the right side. Again, the same thing is going to happen with auto hide also. You, as soon as you click on that pin button, it is going to auto hide. You are working over here, then again suddenly you need something to work on Solution Explorer you just clicked on and you performed some actions, you do did something else, and you opened something else and just click somewhere else, it is gone again, right? So in that way, it is going to docked, and left side your Test Explorer, right side your Solution Explorer. There is one more window. So view, and since git changes is another window, again it is as I said, in my window it is docked in my Solution Explorer. sorry sorry, so if it pops up again, so usually git changes comes at the right side, so we will just pull drag it and drop at right side dock position. So your git changes is gonna dock at the right side. Then again you are seeing a split screen, it is showing again. If you want to hide it, just click on auto hide, it is gonna auto hide itself. So just click and you whatever you do, just do, and then click somewhere else, it is going to hide itself automatically. Another thing, git changes, then sometime what happens, we also use um, team explorer for the persons who use Azure DevOps or TFS. So for them, it again, we have to again do this, dock at the right position, and then we just click on this pin icon, and it'll be docked at the right side. So another few other windows are there. Uh, you are seeing at the bottom, there are two windows, error list and output. So these two windows are basically used for, error list is if you make any error in between. So let's suppose I forgot to um, write over here a semicolon. So if I open this error list, so usually it by default it is docked at the bottom. So it is its default position is bottom of the screen. So we just click on this error list, and you see it'll show one error and three other warnings. So we need not to worry about warnings, but you see what are whatever are the compile time issues in our program, it is going to show us over here that there is one issue, and the project, which project it is in. So test project basically, um, which file at what line. So at what line, basically at line 24 it is showing, in what file, tests.cs, in what project. So basically in whatever project this tests.cs file is available, so it will be showing over here. Then what is the description, like what is the actual issue, and code of each kind of issues. So it is it shows all the errors present in your program. So as soon as you just remove those issues, it is going to say no issues found. Over here you can see also, if you remove this, it is going to show you over here that if you hover one error, click to navigate to error list. So error list is this. So as soon as you remove this error, it is going to remove this. So you see it's gone, zero errors. Another window is output. So output is basically whatever your program executes. So being it logs or any kind of any kind of information which Visual Studio wants to give you in form of when you execute your program. So all those things come over output. So let's suppose I just want to build it. Okay, so let me clean this solution. You see in this output window, it is showing as this clean is started and clean 2 succeeded, 0 failed, 0 escaped. Again, if I now want to build this solution, so it is showing all the output basically shows in the output window itself. Build succeeded, 2 succeeded, 0 failed, 0 up to date, and 0 escaped. So I think these are the main windows which we always work on. I'll be showing few other windows also as soon as we will come to those. But these are the basic setup of your Visual Studio, which you should have at the start, at the very beginning, when you are starting coding in your Visual Studio. So that was all in this video. Thank you. See you again. Bye-bye.